And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we are continuing the MSQ. At long last. Let me bring the stream crew on. 1 second.
Because
yeah, Laura's muted. There you are.
Beep boop. How's it going, guys?
We're talking about G Gundam.
yeah, cause like John Bull was the British equivalent of the Uncle Sam character.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Anyway, I looked ahead at MSQ and saw that we have some fun stuff, so I'm suggesting that we focus on MSQ for today.
Yeah,
but first, a small detour, just a small one, because we were talking about, skill issues earlier, and so I wanted to have Laura try out the Stone, Sea, and Sky instance, just to get like a little baseline look to make sure that he's doing anything properly.
Spoiler alert, he's not.
Yeah. Well,
once you've explained, I need you to explain what this is to me.
Oh yeah, that's I forgot which Gundam that is. I want to say
What the fuck?
Gundam.
The Mermaid
It's called
Gundam.
the Mermaid Gundam.
The Mermaid.
Post that in chat.
That's gotta be Denmark, right, or the Netherlands? One of the ones that are below sea level.
Oh, look. Yeah, near Denmark.
Was there just a Gundam series where there were representatives of a bunch of different countries as Gundams?
Yes, this was G Gundam. So the lore behind G Gundam is that all of the nations of the world is that Earth is fucked up. We polluted it and it sucks. So all the nations of the world just got into satellites and just fucked off into space. And in order to decide which country rules the solar system, I guess, every few years they go back to Earth and hold a tournament to say who is the supreme country in space, and they use Earth as a fighting arena for it because Earth sucks anyway. People still live on Earth, by the way. Plenty of them do. Fuck them. Who cares? Giant robots are going to stomp around your neighborhood every 4 years because fuck you. Yeah, but so they have this tournament every year. And so every nation sends a Gundam down to Earth, and they fight each other until there's only one left standing. And so every Gundam is just a usually very stereotypical representation of their nation, just as a Gundam, and it's bizarre and hilarious, and I love it.
Chad is saying it's racist in a fun way.
It absolutely is. You've probably seen the Mexican Gundam before and just not tied it to anything and just thought it was a joke or something, but that's
does it have a sombrero and poncho?
Yes, because it literally is a Gundam in a sombrero and a poncho.
What the fuck?
Wait. This one is apparently near Malaysia. It is the Skull Gundam, and it looks like something either Dr. Wily or Doronba from Yataman would come with.
That is absolutely a Dr. Wily mech.
Yeah, absolutely is. Yeah. But yeah, and it's the one time where they tried to do a super robot show instead of a real robot show with Gundam, which is the reason why I've never really been able to get into Gundam series, because I watched G Gundam as a kid, and then I tried to watch literally any other Gundam series, and it's oh, this is just an actual dissertation on the horrors of war. Oh, this isn't fun.
Oh my god! The Netherlands one!
Oh yeah, the Netherlands one. The Windmill Gundam is the other infamous one.
Windmill Gun. Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's just called the Nether Gundam.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. The actual like main character Gundams are like much more, you know, respectable. They're still very stereotypical.
It would be hard not to be.
Yeah, they're still very like, you know, like one of the like of the main characters. There's like the China Gundam is probably the Dragon Gundam. I don't actually remember if that's what it is, but Dragon Gundam for China sounds correct.
I found the Mexican one is called Tequila Gundam.
Yes,
Tequila Gundam. Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyway, get over to Ralger's Reach after you're done with your Manderville stuff.
I'm just quickly doing Slices Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fun series, and then like the Russian Gundam is like a prisoner Gundam, probably because Crime and Punishment is a Russian novel, and so prisoner. The American Gundam is basically Rocky. Come over here to the Starry-Eyed Alamegan lore.
Starry-Eyed Alamegan. Another striking opportunity. Your reputation precedes you, if the wide-eyed look the stranger is favoring you with is any indication. Loreweaver, hero of the Resistance, greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for your countless deeds in service to our cause, and share with you an opportunity which I believe may be of interest to you. There is a great and wise man, a veteran of countless battles, who waits for you outside Ralger's Reach. Go to him, and he will unfold all. Alright, outside Ralger's Reach.
Yeah, also some mounts were on sale, so I bought this one.
Nice.
It has an aura.
That's pretty great. How much did it cost? Like, how deep is the discount?
By default, it's like 24. I got it for like 17, I think, is what it was on sale for.
Too expensive for my taste.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool pose you're doing.
Yeah, the pose is the best part.
It's based on Nezha, the Chinese deity,
yeah.
who would ride around on chariot wheels made of fire.
Yeah.
It is you, the legendary adventurer instrumental in the liberation of our homeland. Aye, though it took an army to see it through, I have heard tell of your singular accomplishments, both here and in faraway lands. I know the type. You are a warrior through and through, ever searching for a new challenge, a woman who lives for those moments when all hangs in the balance. Did I say something odd? No, of course not. Not far from here is a place where monks of the Fist of Ralger once honed body and spirit, the Circles of Answering, and by the grace of our Doman patron, it is reborn. She who fights with strength of stone unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky, and embraces serenity of roiling sea. I guess that's rolling sea. Against her none can stand. To wit, you will face striking dummies, possessed of the fortitude of fantastic fiends and otherworldly foes. Attack them with your might and main, and should you triumph in the allotted time, you will know you have the strength to defeat them, though you may still die in the process. They are dummies, after all, and will not hit back, but that goes without saying. Doubtless you are intrigued. When curiosity overwhelms you, I shall deliver you to stone, sky. Well, it is still the Circles of Answering in name, but you must nevertheless embrace the wisdom of the elements to overcome your trials. Ah, how foolish of me! I forgot to tell you the best part. It's free.
So you have a lot of 400 gear, so you should probably just like skip all the way down to the bottom and go to Alphascape 4 Savage. Because like anything else, you're just going to like outgear it.
So
actually,
it says this is an expansion of Stone Sky Sea. Is there another quest that I just completely skipped that leads into this one?
Yeah, it was back in the Native Shire. I don't think you skipped it. I think you just forgot about it.
Fair enough.
Because I remember us doing it.
AlphaScape version 1.0?
4.0.
4.0.
AlphaScape 4.0 Savage, all the way at the bottom.
Time limit 3 minutes! She who persists in confronting unspeakable horrors birthed by convoluted corporate initiative and further empowered by rambling bard is either great warrior or great fool. Embrace the esoterics of foreign masters and destroy the striking dummy within the time limit. All right. It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. But is it good? It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. All right. Challenge begins.
Right, we can actually see each other doing this. Fun.
Oh, cool. So I can just start this by hitting it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your goal is to kill it within the time limit.
Did not get a Fire 3 proc. Nope, there it is.
Okay. This will be interesting because my gear isn't quite as good as yours. Oh, you didn't help me, Chocobo. That's cheating.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
Yeah, well, even unsummon the Chocobo.
Yeah, these are not designed for Chocobos. They're designed for...
Solo, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, at which point we'll probably just want to start you again because
yeah,
you wasted time summoning as well. So.
Okay, so I guess I just wait it out.
You can click on the thing on your duty and quit, I believe, or just or run away. Come out and talk to this guy. Yeah, talk to one of the NPCs and they'll let you out.
And then you can pop back in.
All right. There we go.
Four.
Okay, man's dead. I've got 23 seconds left on the clock.
I also accidentally did it with my Chocobo the first time, so I'm doing it again to see what my actual time is.
Four. Again. Flare. I'm just slightly too slow to finish this thing off in the time limit.
Yeah, let's see. You have one more burst phase left. You might make it.
30 seconds to go.
Did you remember to use your ley lines the second time?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, so you blow that with that will do it. You should also keep a sharp class saved for your ley line phase to stack up all your buffs into one big burst phase.
Good point. Oh, well, I got it down. I got it down to like 3%.
So yeah,
6.9.
6.9. Yeah. So yeah, using your buffs correctly would help you out significantly there.
What?
Are you using triple cast?
I was
Good
not.
answer. Yeah, that is the point of this exercise, is to teach you the importance of using all of your buttons. All right, let's run it back. You can do it. I'm confident that you can actually do this once you push all of the buttons.
All right, let me read the description on triple cast just so I know exactly what it does. Next 3 spells require no cast time. Okay, I thought that's what it was, but
yeah, triple cast is mostly a movement tool, but it lets you cast your spells faster than normal, so you can get out 3 Fire 4s very quickly if you stack that up with ley lines.
Yeah, it can be useful in ley lines because it does stack with the ley line speed up.
Yes, it stacks with the ley lines, so it lets you cast them very fast, which is what I said.
Also, I don't think, due to the way that Thunder works differently now, I don't think it's relevant to use it every time you swap phases. I think now you will only want to reuse it to reapply it just as Thunder's about to drop off.
Gotcha.
Because Thundercloud used to do all of the damage at once. Now it's just Thunderhead is just you can apply it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to see if you used Polyglot too. That's another thing you should be using.
I lost track of my rotation.
Not using your Polyglot.
Foul.
Oh, okay.
Polyglot allows you to use foul and a different attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I was looking for Polyglot on my hotbar.
Mm-hmm. Are you using Despair, by the way?
Despair.
It uses up all of your remaining MP in order to do a big attack. A single target. It is basically single target flare, and you should be using that as your last act in fire before switching to ice.
So instead of flare?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Flare is multi-target.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, you should be using Xenoglossy, you should be using the Spare. You should be using a lot of the buttons that you're not using.
Yeah, I have been using Xenoglossy.
And this is letting you do it at level 82, I noticed, which means you should have all of the buttons.
I let fire drop off. Alright, I'm gonna reset.
Alright. This is good though. This is like this is what you should be doing. This is how you learn.
Applying this in the middle of a chaotic fight is going to be very different, though.
Yeah, but if you can't even do it here, what hope do you possibly have in a real fight?
Oh, damn it.
This is step 1. Doing it in the real world while dodging mechanics is step 2. This is step 1.
Let's see if this resets my cooldown. Okay, that did reset my cooldown. Cool. And my MP's back.
Time. This is the one.
1, 4. Spare. Fresh. 3. Glossy. 4. Refresh. Missed out on the spare cast, but my elemental gauge is almost gone.
Swift casting a fire one would not be a bad idea in that situation.
4, 3, 4. Glossy. 4. Crap. Lost my elemental gauge.
Oh, you were casting flare for some reason.
Yeah.
Reflex, I'm imagining.
Gonna make it. Damn. Okay.
I'd suggest putting Despair where you had Flare.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
And
oh, you're right. I missed ley lines.
Yeah, that.
I was so focused on my rotation.
Yep. You have to use your buffs too.
All right, let's try this again.
As Count Bob says, ley lines are your rotation.
Yeah, fair enough.
That is It's not saying it, but I am. Is that like using despair is kind of cheating because technically that's a level like 74 ability.
True.
And so it's a slight DPS increase over what you should be using at level 70. But if you need it to win, take it because, come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
Back yet.
I do have a list here of leveling rotations, actually.
Yeah, I'm not going to memorize a list of leveling rotations that changes every 15 minutes.
Also, remember, you're opening with ley lines, so once the timer hits the 1 minute mark, the countdown timer, that's when ley lines are back up.
Gotcha.
If you remember nothing else, just think about use the timer to remember your cooldowns.
You're at the point where things are actually going to be kind of consistent for your basic rotation.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Oh! Okay, cool. Almost on my elemental gauge. Locked into a third swift cast.
Yeah. If you remember Swift Cast Fire 1, to keep the elemental gauge running if you're ever in trouble with that.
Yeah. Got 10 seconds left. Got it.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, with 5 seconds to go, and some abilities that you don't actually have access to yet at level 70, but you know what? We'll take it.
We'll take it.
You almost know your job. Yay.
Yeah, have a look at what I posted in the crew room.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's simpler than you think at this point.
All right. Anyway.
Wait, so you want me to open with Ice 3 instead of opening with Fire?
Yes, because then you can get the Umbral Hearts that will make your fires cheaper, so you can cast more of them.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically Ice 3, Ice 4, Fire 3, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 1 to keep Fire up, Fire 4, Fire 4, Fire 4, Despair, or...
Yeah. Unless you get a Fire 3 proc in there, and then you can just do that instead.
Gosh.
Yeah,
Anyway, back to the House of the Fierce. There'll be time to play with the target dummy somewhere off stream, but that's...
Yeah.
Yes, you sort of know what you're doing now.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Alright, House of the Fierce is in Kugane?
Yes. Well, or Thar.
No. Jansha.
Kugane is the city, it's not a region.
Ah, the House of the Fierce in Yansha. Okay.
Yeah. To be fair, that what I think was the rotation rather than the opener. I'll grab the opener as well.
Alright, party invite sent. Alright, let's see. Where on the map? Okay.
This does have skills you don't have yet, so you'd have to slightly modify it to what you do have.
Jifia can't be the only one here with a mortal fear of Yotsuyu. She tormented these people. Yeah, you ain't kidding. That her mere presence should sow such strife. Yeah, Yuguri's not happy about it. Lord Hien and Master Alphino look troubled. Something is afoot. It is as Lord Hien says. The Empire is on the move. And we, as ever, find ourselves on the back foot. Storm on the horizon. Cannot wait for the Viera to come back in. While you were out searching for Jifia, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Well, crap. Our visitor's objective remains unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu, or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. Who named it that? I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it will only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Lore, can I count on you? Always. Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the lands of our friends and allies. I called out Castrum Fluminus the last time I went there. Fair enough. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe? Then I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the Enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them, and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well. We shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? Well, you're on babysitting duty, Gosetsu. The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray, stay close to Lore and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I have seen it all. To Castrum Fluminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Alright, Castrum Fluminus. Is that in this zone?
Yep. We just gotta exit the House of the Fierce. Do the south exit. And then we gotta take a little flight. And I gotta feed my cat, so I'll be right back.
Right, the cat.
I'll catch up with you in a minute.
No hole in the ceiling.
No, you need to go through the water. Tip of my index finger feels strange. It has done since I dropped that bottle last night. I may have got like a micro cut that I can't actually properly see, and I only really just barely feel it.
Oof. The little ones you can't figure out are the worst, aren't they?
Never fun. Finished my audiobook at like exactly 6 o'clock. So
nice.
Be nice to get back. Be nice to get to the second book now. And then after the third, I can finally listen to the two new ones.
Nice. Doma is ill-equipped to deal with an aerial offensive. Should the Empire be so minded, the Shayla's flying mounts would be our only hope. But will they come? Well, I guess I am Queen of the Steppe. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The crafts should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum. Alright, how big is it?
Eating.
Hello.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Let's find out.
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky.
I love how they clearly...
Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
I love how they've clearly up-resed Yugiri and her textures and Hien's face and hair, but not the texture on his shirt.
Oh, just you wait until somebody in Shadowbringers.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Well, if I like that character will have gotten updated by then.
Hey,
Or
that
we'll
won't
probably
be
have a few
necessary.
patches.
We will meet
Name.
them openly.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's just say
I
let's just say he
welcome
gets
this
nicknamed the
student
same
of
thing as your
Dorman history in
Chocobo.
person, whomsoever he or she may be.
Joke's on you, it's a they!
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Interesting. What could be their game? Who's this?
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sus Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan, and Yotsu's stepbrother.
Oh, so they are here for her.
It seems I need not introduce myself, not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady.
Oh no, the ninja's been perceived.
It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, his radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice.
Remind me, what letter does this guy's middle title start with?
SAS.
Okay.
S.
Okay, so he sent somebody to negotiate who wants to reform provincial policy. Something tells me he's going to try to bring Doma back in under the Empire's umbrella.
To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss.
We're not taking him back to base, Ian.
Will you accompany me to my hall?
No! Ian, no!
Gladly, my lord.
Well, they're not going to discuss diplomacy out here on the beach.
Well, we don't want them to know where our secret base is.
Like, why can't we do diplomacy here on the beach? We get a tan. I mean, whoever this Asahi guy is, he's a bit pale. He could do with a tan.
Peace. After all they have done, never has the word rung more hollow. Lord Hien is magnanimous in victory. Given our nation's troubled history, we did not expect such hospitality. I say, do I stand in the presence of the fabled Icon Slayer? What an honor. Yes, it is your honor. This guy is not important enough for either a name or a dialogue box. He's just here to smile and nod.
He doesn't even get a third eye because he's an Ellison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We shall escort our guests.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the Garleans from the Ellison because they use the same skeleton, so they stand in the same poses and shit.
Yeah, the Galleons colonized even their bodies, apparently.
We shall escort our guests across the river to the Enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Uzukum Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. I'm going to resummon Pixel. Okay, yeah, we're going in a different direction. Good. Yeah, the mount Mid is using with the wheels is store mount.
Yeah, there was a sale on mounts for the anniversary, so I picked up this one because it's always caught my eye, but I could never really justify getting it at full price, but it was on sale, so I got it.
It's a $24 mount, so it's account wide, right?
Oh yeah, so all of my characters have it.
Cool. Oh hey, we've got the whole Final Fantasy IX crew. Inky Neko has Vivi, I have Garnet, and you have Zidane.
Yep.
Nice. I have read much about the architecture and geology of Doma. Words do not do it justice. Such scenes of devastation greeted us on our journey here. The bitter wages of war.
Minda's playing Store Blood. Yes.
Upon disembarking, we will proceed directly to my hall, where we may enjoy some privacy. Lord Hien and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. Yes!
New location.
Oh, so it is.
with an ether shard, that shard, which is a little funny. This is like a weird little, like, sub-city.
This place is so small. Why does it need Ethernet shards?
It's big enough. And we will be coming back here a lot.
Fair enough.
Alright, so let's get these shards, because...
Oh, I can get on my mount here. Cool.
Yeah.
No flight, though.
No flight, just running.
Yep, that's just an empty... that's just an empty square die.
Look, the twins are here.
Oh, fun. So it's to be a peace negotiation. I am curious to see what the ambassador brings to the discussion table. The residents took the news of the Imperial delegation well enough. It should be business as usual. Thanks to Master Alphino and Mistress Alice's assurances, the people are reacting calmly to Imperial presence. Well, considering there's only 3 of them.
In here, Lore.
Yep, I was just getting on my mount.
Lore.
We'll get the small
Lore.
crystal.
I'm getting the shard, Minda.
Oh, okay. But it was right here. And also next to the main aetherite there is a summoning bell, so you can do retainer stuff.
Sweet. Sweet. Lord Hien has requested that Master Alphino and Mistress Alice also be present at the negotiation. She's not very diplomatic, are you sure? There you are, Lore. So...
Which means if things go wrong, we've got so much here to stab things.
Ha! First things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say, I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an aetherite now, courtesy of the Oni Shishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Don't worry, that was a higher priority than talking to you. Once it has the Warrior of Light's seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. But on to the matter at hand. The ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiation. I want you there when the talking starts. Yeah, just in case the fireballs start. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I am not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking for the Scions, Alphino and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join me at my humble abode, the Kiankan. The guardsmen will see you in.
Before we do that, this blue quest is very important.
1 sec, and then I'll grab it.
I'm going to take a slight detour from MSQ for this.
Okay, back. Kozakura. Donation basket. For what purpose you cannot say. Precious Reclamation. Oh, is this rebuilding this place like Foundation?
Yeah.
Cool.
Not with crafting jobs, though.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, she'll explain everything.
Hello, small human. Oh, Lore! It is a rare honor indeed to receive heroes such as you. Pray, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kozakura, and I manage the accounts of the Shazenkai. Oh, but you must be unfamiliar with our organization. Forgive me, forgive me. At present, we are largely concerned with facilitating the reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave. Needless to say, we have our work cut out for us. It's quite fortuitous, actually, you being here. I had mind to petition your assistance. Ah, right you are. It's rather difficult to converse while staring at one's feet. And you would doubtless benefit from an explanation. Yes. Start with the explanation. As you may know, the Enclave was once the economic and cultural center of Doma. Alas, it suffered terrible devastation at the hands of the Empire, both during and following the failed rebellion of yesteryear. That it and other ruins might stand as testament to the folly of resistance, extensive reconstruction was forbidden by the Imperial Viceroy. Of course, that is no longer a concern. At long last, we are free to rebuild the Enclave, to restore the heart of our once great nation, and show the world that Doma lives on. But as I said before, we have our work cut out for us. We have limited funds and material resources, not to mention a lack of skilled craftsmen. You know, the current Path of Exile League is a build-a-town mechanic, where you hire craftsmen and sailors and mappers.
That's fun.
Which brings me back to the matter I wish to discuss with you, that of our brothers and sisters in Eorzea, the refugees that settled in Revenant's Toll. I am given to understand that they have worked closely with the local leadership to build and maintain much of the settlement. Many knew trades before they left, and those that did not doubtless learned that they might earn their keep. If they were to return home and aid us in the reconstruction effort, it would be a tremendous boon. Would you be willing to speak with them on our behalf? Ah, Lore, taken an interest in the Shazenkai. Did you get impatient waiting for me? Well, this seems as good a time as any to discuss the matter. I am grateful beyond measure to you and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn for welcoming Yugiri and my people in their hour of need. As the beneficiaries of this kindness, they have made every effort to repay you and the people of Revenant's Toll. Nevertheless, we here bear a responsibility as well. Kozakura, if you would be so kind. Yes, my lord. We will send them a considerable gift as a gesture of gratitude and goodwill. However, I would like that missive to be delivered to the Adventurers Guild representative in advance. If you were to personally hand it to the man, I would be honored. Errand girl, that's what I do for a living. Excellent. I knew I could count on you, my friend. Pardon my interruption, Kozakura. I look forward to seeing your progress. Oh dear, I hope we don't disappoint him. Anyway, I'll not keep you. Thank you again for the assistance, and safe travels. Oh, it's a guy with a box. Where's he going?
Oh. No. Alright, so we're heading to Mordona.
Okay.
I just grab the guy with the box's arm and bring him with us.
We teleportation rules. Whoever we're holding goes with us, and he's just like, "What the fuck? Where am I?"
He's going halfway across the world.
It's like, what happened? How did I get here? And why are there so many Domans at your cell? Did you kidnap all of us?
What's that, Lore? Business concerning the Domans? Hien's missive. I see. Lord Hien really needn't have gone to such trouble, but I know all too well how much our Far Eastern friends worry themselves over decorum. As for the matter of the refugees' repatriation, I'll not lie. We've come to view them as family, and we'll be sorry to see them go. Many of the other fellow frontier hands especially. So let us do you one better. I shall appeal to their Eorzean comrades. I shall appear as though I were a ghost, and invite them to accompany the Domans on their journey, that they too might aid in the reconstruction of the Enclave. I expect many will jump at the opportunity. A costly thing to send so many people, to be sure, but owing to Lord Hien's generosity, we seem to have found ourselves with a surplus of funding. It's hard to imagine the toll without the Doman refugees. They helped make it what it is today. What am I saying? This is a happy occasion. Go and tell Hosen the news. I'm sure he'll be overjoyed.
We got a funky weather effect.
Oh, cool.
I like when gloom kicks in.
How very good to see you, my friend. Though not at all expected. You look as though you have something important to say. Do you?
Poochie, you look like you have something important to say. Do you?
I know not what to say. Return to Doma? Has the day truly come at last? Wait here while I summon the others. This concerns them all. Summons 5 more people to represent a crowd. Oh my god, he did summon exactly 5 more people! My word, and they are already making arrangements for our return. Why the long face, Higiri? This is cause for celebration. I count 6. There are 7 people in this crowd. There were 2 people talking to each other when I talked to Hosen. So 5 more. It is like all of you, I have dreamed of this day since the moment we left Yansha. But now that it has arrived, I cannot help but think of those to whom we owe so much. Slafborn especially. Indeed, even if it were possible to leave this very moment, I could not. Not until I thanked the people here for everything they have done for us. I remember when we first arrived in this land and learned of its troubles. Though disappointed, I understood why no one would grant us shelter. Who were we? Why risk so much for strangers? But this place and these people were different. When all others turned us away, Revenant's Toll welcomed us with open arms. I love Doma and Lord Hien with all my heart, and want nothing more than to return and help rebuild. But I implore you, Hosen, we must first do our utmost to repay their boundless kindness. Never did I intend for us to disappear into the night like thieves and vagabonds. Everything you have said is right and true. All labors we have undertaken will be seen to a measure of completion. That much goes without saying, I'm sure. I will speak with Slafborn and ensure that we have enough days to prepare for our journey. In the meantime, I would encourage you all to prepare gifts and so forth. Spend all the money you've saved up. Very good, very good. It would not do to leave without saying proper farewells, else we would labor under a cloud of regret. At my age, one appreciates every opportunity to put their affairs in order. Morbid! After all, I may not weather the journey home, much less another one to Eorzea. Given your constitution, Father, I should not be surprised if you bury us all. If you have no pressing obligations, Lord, might I impose upon you to assist us with our final preparations? Depends on what you mean. Since this is all quite sudden, many of our people may require a second opinion on a farewell gift or something else. All I ask is that you make yourself available for any such consultations. Would that be all right? Yeah, sure. Thank you, my friend. We will look for you near the northern gate. Quickly now, everyone. Let us not keep Lore waiting.
Right over here.
Oh, it's a destination marker. Okay. Assisting the Doman refugees with their final preparation will take several minutes. We wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. That is the shortest wait timer I've seen so far.
Still not fast as the bar filled up when we had to pick up the dead self after picking up all the other bodies. Each with their own different cast time length.
Mm.
That was morbidly funny.
So kind of you to spare the time to help us with something so trivial. No doubt you have many other important matters to attend to. Yes, I do. Anyway, I wanted to ask your opinion on a gift I wish to give a dear friend of mine before leaving. Isildur. Well, you could give him a particular magic ring. You remember Isildur, do you not? Alion's grandfather? Though older than me, the two of them were still going on grand adventures before they joined the Scions. Ah, how I envy his vigor. Though we have done little more than drink tea and speak of our children, I have cherished his company. I will miss him, truly. Alas, in recent days his body has begun to get the better of him, and so I was thinking of giving him something for his health. Do you have any suggestions? Anything for his back should do, I think. Do these choices matter?
Yes and no. There are correct answers and wrong answers. It doesn't actually matter if you get them right or wrong, but there is a correct answer.
Okay. His body has gotten the best of him. I think his back is the correct answer. If it doesn't matter, I'll just go with what I think is the correct answer. Anything for his back should do. Ha ha ha! I thought so too, but I am glad to see you agree. I swear, not a day goes by without him complaining about his back. Oh, is this going to be about a bunch of NPCs that I could have talked to this whole time and learned the answers to these questions?
I could have
talking to them.
What?
You have been talking to them.
All right, both of you talked at the same time. Both times I tried to get an answer out of you.
So the answer is could have and have. These are all characters you have met through MSQ.
Well, and yes, but have I heard them complain about the things that they will want from these gifts?
Yeah, you've been talking to them every patch basically. That we've been leading you to them, haven't we? Got the people in the Scion bases.
Yeah, fair enough. I swear, not a day goes by without him complaining about his back. It is a great comfort, knowing that the Scions are well aware of their comrades' conditions. It shows how much you care for one another. Now then, I must procure the ingredients for my home remedy. My thanks to you. Homie departs in high spirits, satisfied with your suggestion. Your hair is stupid. My friend, if you could spare a moment of your time. The toil is home to... Oh, every time it has a double L, the first one is way thinner, and it looks like there's a gap between the bottom and the top. So
I'm not having that issue.
I keep reading the first L as an I. The toll is home to many interests to which we owe a great deal, but there is one in particular to which we should definitely pay respects. Rowena's House of Splendors. Well, she wants money.
Yeah, to be fair, the last one actually was roiling, not rolling.
Okay. The house has been an invaluable source of goods and services in both professional and personal matters. I am sure you too can say the same. And so I thought to bid farewell to the one representative with whom I have worked most closely. If you would look to the counter by the gate. I speak of the raven-haired beauty by the gate. Of all of Rowena's girls, she has been very helpful. There is a problem, however. I cannot for the life of me remember her name. They all sound so similar. Perhaps it is my dome and ear. Oh no. Oh no, I've never paid attention to those three's names. Oh no. But you know her name, surely. Please tell me that I might have a proper conversation with her before I return to my homeland. Her name is Tombstone Vendor.
Yeah, you've done business with her practically every time you come to Mordona. Of course you know her name. Don't you, Lore?
Oh, no.
Oh, I think we've got some extra ones because we did the relic weapon.
Yeah, I did this quest the other day on the character who did not do the relic weapon quest, and so I missed a couple of those.
Okay, so it's not Gujasana or Papana. Those are NPCs from...
Yeah, those are the two that are to the left of where we're standing right now.
Those are NPCs from the ARR relic quest. So it's either Aelina, Oriana, or Lorena. I believe from left to right, it's... Okay. So
I'm just openly laughing at Lore for this. It's fine.
Okay. I believe the one in the middle who I usually talk to is Oriana. Which means that the one on the left with the black hair is either Aelina or Lorena. Let me try to dredge up my memory of looking at these NPCs. Their names are Tombstone Vendors. Okay. Primal Arms. I believe Primal Arms is the one on the right, and Ritual Tools is the one on the left. Am I correct?
No.
Do you want to know?
I have that backwards. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's the correct answer?
Alina.
Okay, so I had it backwards there. All right, Aelina. Aelina, that's it. I remembered as soon as you said it. I knew I was right to ask you. No, you weren't. They say you're perhaps the house's most valued customer. Anyway, I had best go and speak with her before I forget again.
Laura's just like,
Delore departs in high spirits, grateful for your assistance.
Just like, I've got big ears, whisper it very quietly, I'll hear you anywhere.
The little kid is watching.
Well, it's the Lala Thieves from that one quest.
Oh, that is them!
And the other two are up top.
Lore, have you seen a carbuncle roaming about? No, Tataru's not here. Over the course of my time here in Revenant's Toll, I've come to know many adventurers, including an arcanist with a somewhat disobedient companion. Oh my god, we are talking about Tataru! Oh my god, did Tataru's carbuncle go all the way from Ul'dah to Revenant's Toll? It seems every day her carbuncle wanders off on its own, you see, and today is no exception. For a mercy, it will respond to its name, more earnestly when called by someone other than its owner, strangely enough. The problem is, I cannot seem to recall what it was. Some sort of gemstone, I think?
Sir, I still love desertion is punishable by death. My death!
This is actually a different NPC that you can see wandering around the marketplace here in Revenant's Toll, occasionally calling out for her carbuncle, and you'll occasionally see the carbuncle running around, but you will never see them together.
Well, that's an NPC I've never noticed, so I have no idea. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess the carbuncle is Ruby weapon. Is that correct?
You have to find out.
Fair enough. Well, I want to get these right. All right. All right.
Spoilers.
Oh, you must mean Ruby. Ruby! How could I forget? She named it for the red jewel in its forehead. Thank you for your help, Lore. I will join her in the search right away.
Ruby.
Higiri departs in high spirits and begins calling out for Ruby at once. Sure enough, the errant carbuncle soon appears.
Hey,
she pounced on it.
You got it right.
They're the Lala thieves, all together again.
Yeah.
There they go.
Well, there 3 of them go.
The one fell asleep.
Oh, there she goes. How fortunate I am that you are still here. My father told me how you helped him, and I was hoping you might do the same for me. I seek your wisdom concerning Slaffborn of the Adventurers Guild, who helped secure us a place here in Revenant's Toll. I have a massive crush on him, you see. Thanks to him, we were able to work side by side with the frontier hands to build these walls and lay these cobblestones. We were given food and shelter, it is true, but more importantly, we were given purpose. Right, because Revenant's Toll was built slowly over the course of the A Realm Reborn patches.
Yeah.
So, if you'd done this on... if you'd done the Doma quests... Well, the A Realm Reborn Doma quests on release, Revenant's Toll would have slowly been built up over time.
Yeah. I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I can't promise I would have stayed with the game if I'd played it in 2013, though. We have, of course, already expressed our gratitude to him many times before. I myself presented Slaffborn with a dome and dagger, which I am told he treasures. But now that we must part ways, I feel as though we must make one final grand gesture. A more elaborate, expensive gift, perhaps, or... Well, what do you think? I don't think he wants something flashy and gaudy that's got bells on. Well, let me think about Slaffborn for a minute. Have I ever found out his personal preferences on gifts? He doesn't strike me as somebody ostentatious.
He does seem the practical kind.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say maybe just try to stay in touch. Yeah, there's really no way they could have done the slow build-up for questing. Because that would be a lot of differing locations for different players, and you wouldn't have had access to certain things that you could really have used in conjunction with other players, like the tombstone vendors and whatnot. Yeah. Maybe just try to stay in touch. Really? We should be glad to maintain our relationship with Slathborn and the Toll, but do you truly believe that in and of itself is enough? Perhaps you have the right of it. Considering the lengths he has gone to ease our burdens, spending exorbitant sums on farewell gifts may only frustrate him. Besides, whatever we purchased would come from the Eorzean markets. Better to wait until we have returned to our homeland, that we might send them something more Doman. Dried persimmons from my village, perhaps. Hosen's eyes sparkle as he considers the possibilities, clearly satisfied with your suggestion. 4 for 4. How go your efforts, brothers and sisters? And father? By all accounts, it could not have gone any better, and we owe it all to you, my friend. We are forever in your debt. Da-da-da-da. Oh, it's only 4 of them, not all 7. Okay. Hosen, you were going to meet with Slathborn one last time, were you not? We were hoping you would allow us to accompany you. If so, please let us know when you do. That said, perhaps we should speak with Slathborn sooner than later. I cannot think of any reason to delay, especially since you have to get back to Doma post-haste to do diplomacy. Lore, I know I have imposed upon you enough, but might I ask you to accompany me as well? Food, and food, and
okay.
Food.
I'm just going to take a bathroom break. I'll catch up.
Okay.
Okay.
I will take the silver pieces. Da-da-dum-dum-dum. Hosen has 1,000 things to do. We should pay our respects to Slathborn while we and the others have time to spare. Would you not agree? I don't have time to spare. Let's do it. In that case, I ask that you go on ahead and wait for us with Slathborn. I will require a moment to gather the others, but I do not expect it will take long. Da-da-dum, da-dum, dum. Excuse me. Hey, thanks for the Peloton. It will wear off by the time I'm out of this cutscene. Judging from the way I've seen the Domans running about, I gather they're busy with preparations for their long voyage. It is as you say, Master Slathborn. The day many of us thought would never come has arrived, and now we make ready to return to our homeland. Let me assure you, however, that we have no intention of abandoning our responsibilities. My people have either completed their labors or ensured that others may easily do so in their stead. Earnest as ever. I'm grateful, truly, but you needn't have gone to such trouble. Revenant's Toll. Gods, when I think back to what this place once was, how it's changed and what it's become, I can't imagine it without you lot here. You made this place what it is, same as we did. None would dare say different. Tragedy drove you from your lands and delivered you to our shores, but from that tragedy came a new beginning, a hope that we shared with every soul that passed through our gates. And that, my friends, is more precious than any riches. I pray you carry it with you to Doma, and that it grant you strength when you have need of it. We will, Master Slathborn. I swear to you, we will never forget this blessed place. You gave us the opportunity to work with the frontier hands to build Revenant's Toll. All the skills and experience we gained, we will put to good use in rebuilding the Enclave. And then, when we have finished, I pray you will come and visit. So, remind me, do you have to, you have to attune to different aetherites to go there mechanically, but these Slathborn would have to take a boat to Doma, attune to the aetherite there, and then attune to the aetherite there to be able to go back and forth between Revenant's Toll and Doma using the aetherites, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's in for a long voyage either way.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, we would be honored to receive you and any other man or woman or child of Revenant's Toll. Let this not be an ending, but another new beginning. The beginning of a lasting relationship between our two homes. That is my dream for the future of our peoples. As we built these walls stone by stone, may we build it together. So what did Revenant's Toll look like at the start of 2.0? Was it just like a bunch of tents or something?
I suppose. I don't really know.
Well, I guess the Rising Stones were a thing early in the patch quest, so I guess the Rising Stones already existed?
Yeah, the Rising Stones would have been there. A bunch of the NPC vendors wouldn't have been there because they just wouldn't have been there until quests related to them were added.
Yeah.
Like the Poetics vendor, I don't think. Well, yeah, I think the Poetics vendor would have been there, but I don't know. Certain NPCs related to relics probably would not have been there.
Yeah, because the Realm Reborn relics don't have you come to Revenant's Toll until the 2.3 patches, right?
Well, and also the relic quest didn't even start until 2.2, I don't think.
Yeah, so it would have been 2.4 or whatever when you went to see Gujasana.
Mm-hmm. Calpod has a picture of the 2.0 thing, so we can look at that some other time.
Okay. Go ahead and link it, Count Bob. I'll look at it for 5 seconds. And then we'll continue. That is my dream for the future of our peoples. As we built these walls stone by stone, may we build it together. Huh.
Well, yeah, it's kind of just the Rising Stones and nothing else.
Yeah, cool.
I am back,
not even the walls around the Rising Stones.
Yeah, it was just built into the rock.
Yeah.
Neat.
Cool.
I like it the way it is now, though.
Well said, well said. Damn it, if we keep on like this, I'm liable to start bawling. So, let us move things along. I hope you won't mind another parting gift. The lost treasure of Revenant's Toll, courtesy of your younglings. The foreman is expecting you. A most surprising but welcome gift. We shall endeavor not to drink it all at once. We will collect the bottles and return to our preparations at once. Thank you, Master Slaffborn. So he kept it. And thank you, Lore, for everything. You're welcome. Before you go, I have a favor to ask. Well, Flamin, actually. She wants you to bring Yozen and his friends to her up in Rowena's cafe. The wine's for the adults, you see. She's got something else for the children. I doubt it'll take too long for you to find him. You have a knack for this sort of thing, after all. My thanks to you. All right, where is the child?
Yeah, we really do have a talent for finding things. It's like we've got a map that just has, way marks in our heads.
Oh my god, is the mini-map an echo feature?
I don't think so.
We don't have to leave yet, do we? We still have time? Hey, Miss Lore, what are you doing here? You haven't been looking for us, have you? I do not wish to be perceived. Oh, hey there, Miss Lore. You're not here to say goodbye, are you? It's not fair. Why do they get to decide it's time to go back? I mean, I miss Doma too, but they should have asked us first. If I wrote a novelization of this game, it would have a party of Echo users. It kind of would have to because of all the primals you fight. Mm-hmm. Huh? Miss Flamin wants us to come to the cafe? Whatever it is she thinks we did, we... Oh, it's not like that? Well, all right then. With me, guild members. Miss Flamin needs us. You too, Miss Lore.
if I wrote a novelization of this game, I would have a party of echo users. Yeah, that reminds me. I kind of miss how. Did you notice that like after a Realm Reborn, like because like in the 1.0 trailer and the Realm Reborn trailer, there was a whole party of warriors of light. You know, there's the Derplander, and then the Lalafell and the Rogadin and all those.
The ones who were used for the Warriors of
Darkness. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones who were used for the Warriors of Darkness, and the rest of those just sort of disappeared after that. Like they don't show up in any of the trailers after that. There's just the Derplander who remains. I miss the rest of those guys.
It would have been cool. I think the focus shifted to be on you, the main character, being represented by the one character.
Yeah, that is why they did it, but like still.
Which I guess takes the emphasis off of the communal nature of the dungeons and trials, but puts it on you as the legendary hero.
Yeah.
In the exact inverse of the WoW problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it puts the emphasis on the story rather than the Yeah. Yeah. But still, I miss it's like the rest of those guys had some cool designs, and you don't see them in the big CGI trailers anymore.
And now they're dead.
Yeah.
Well, in my canon, and Ots and Kaya's canon, the three of us went through together.
Okay.
On Dontrell. It's easy to headcanon having a group, as we are doing with this group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You came! I've been waiting for you all for so long. All members of the Doman Adventurers Guild reporting for duty. So what's the adventure? Monster hunting? Garlean gold? Oh my, nothing so dramatic. Rather, I wanted to give you all a reward. A reward? Really? A reward for your many deeds in service to Revenant's Toll. When the frontier hands needed a helping hand, you were there. When there was no one else to look after the younger children, you were there. And through it all, each and every one of you carried out your duties with a smile. That is why you are more than brave adventurers. You are heroes to the people of the Toll. Heroes deserving of a very special reward that just so happens to be right over there. It goes by the plants and it was like, marijuana for the children. She put it in a treasure chest for them. That's a nice touch.
Yeah. It was there before we talked to her.
Mm-hmm.
Treasure! Wow, look at these! It's very easy to write a whole party. Yeah, especially if you've got friends you're playing through with. Mm-hmm. Acorn caps? Okay. Like, I really like that we've created a narrative and backstory for the three of us. The four of us, really, but I wish Teddy were able to come more often.
Yeah.
Look, Miss Lore, she got us matching hats. We'll make them the official uniform of the Doman Adventurers Guild. They suit you, little ones. Wear them with pride. Mr. Boulder and Mr. Coltonay, I thought you were away on important Scion business. Recently returned, and it is a good thing we are. We heard of your impending journey and hoped to see you before you left. We are both very happy that you may finally return to your homeland. They have great need of stalwart adventurers like you lot there. But I don't want to say goodbye. Aww. Then don't. There's no need to. You're adventurers, are you not? Adventurers never stay in one place, for it is not who we are. We walk paths all our own, never truly beholden to any one nation or creed. So don't say goodbye, because we may, nay, we will meet again. You'll see, we'll become the most famous adventurers in Yansha. And then we'll return to Eorzea and become famous here too. Everyone may know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Warrior of Light. Lore just waves slightly. But just you wait. Years from now, they'll all be talking about the Doman Adventurers Guild. I'm looking forward to it. Grow strong. Grow famous. Lead the tales, little ones. Hell yeah, I hope they succeed at that. We must get going, but thank you again for making the arrangements. Take care. Right, we mustn't neglect our training. Find the heaviest crates and carry them to the horsebird carriages. I'm sure all 4 of us together can lift one of them. Miss Lore, Miss Flamin, thank you for the caps. We'll take good care of them. They're gone. Lore whispers to Flamin, thank you for letting them give me credit for that? That was all you. You would think I'd be used to it by now, having to see your children off, but...
Aww.
Oh.
I bet, honestly, despite the grief over her father, I bet Minfilia was very happy growing up with her.
Yeah. How old was she when she came into Flamin's care?
I'll check.
Matching hats? What a sweet gesture from the Scions. I am sure they will cherish them for years to come. You know, I hope that they get better ones eventually, because those were a really ugly shade of gray and beige.
They're green, but yeah.
The children are delighted with their new hats. Miss Flamin could not have chosen a better gift. Preparations are proceeding apace. Slaftborn and the Guild have finalized arrangements for the ship, so once we have finished here, we need only make our way south. How many times have I thanked you, I wonder? Not enough, that much I know. Thank you, Lore, from the bottom of my heart. You are, and ever shall be, a true friend to Doma and her people. I expect you will find yourself in the Enclave before us. If so, I pray you tell Kozakura that we shall join her soon. Back to the Enclave, I guess.
Yep.
Kuri Titantail, that's a good name. Lore, you are returned from Eorzea. They are homeward bound, then. It comes as a relief to hear that there were no complications. Thank you for facilitating their return. I shall inform Lord Hien at the first opportunity. We have a mountain of work ahead of us, but with their help, I am confident we can see it through, and I hope I can count on your assistance in the future as well. And now talk to her again?
Yep.
A proposition. Lord, Kami be praised. I was hoping you might pay us a visit. It is, as ever, an honor. Once again, I must thank you for helping our brothers and sisters secure passage back home. With so many skilled craftsmen soon to be at our disposal, we of the Shazenkai are ready to proceed to the next stage of our plan to rebuild the Enclave. Which brings me to, a rather delicate matter. Perhaps you will find this shameless, but circumstances being what they are, I see no other way. The reconstruction and revitalization of the Enclave cannot hope to succeed without the contributions of wealthy individuals such as yourself. Alright, how many millions of gil am I going to have to invest in this? I understand if you wish to refuse outright, but I beg of you, please listen to our proposal in full before you decide. It's no bother, really. Let's hear it.
It's a little unclear because the year of the Gubu thing is listed as between 1562 and 1572. And 1572 is when the moon came down, so that was 5 years ago. So basically, it's any time between 5 and 25 years ago. That doesn't help much. And since Minfilia is 27, that means that's.
Well, the youngest she could have been is 12, because it's not 25 years ago; it's 15. 62 is 15 years ago.
No.
Or sorry, 1562 is 15 years ago.
1562. Well, 1562 is 20 years before 1.0, and 2.0 starts 5 years after that.
You said that 72 was 5 years ago.
Yes.
That's 10 years after 62.
Oh, you're right. I'm... Okay.
Do not challenge me on math, Die!
I am not braining! Help me! Help! Okay, so...
So yeah, the youngest she could have been is 12.
That sounds about right, because like you do talk to Minfilia as a kid in 1.0, and she looks 12-ish, so that tracks.
To be fair, you are having like a very strange version of the Echo flashback where you can interact with things.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Echo just kind of does whatever it needs to in 1.0.
Yeah.
Like, because like the thing I remember, because like I've watched like some of the cutscenes from 1.0, it's like basically for a while, like you're interacting with Minfilia, and you're interacting with this 12-year-old girl, and for a while it's unclear that the 12-year-old girl and Minfilia are the same character, and it's like a twist when you realize that you're doing some weird time travel shit. But anyway, that's all very far removed from what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I at the very least have a picture of her here if you want to try and guess her age from that.
It doesn't matter.
Thank you, Lore. I shall endeavor to be brief. Where to begin? Of course. It is important that you understand the state of the Enclave at present. I am sure you recall how everything was when you first arrived. Rubble in the streets, buildings in ruin, and so forth. While we have made some superficial progress since the castle fell and Doma was liberated, the scars of the occupation are far from healed.
Well, that's right. We did come here once before. Like, I think it's at the end of the 0.0 quest, where, like, he makes a speech and we tease him about it.
Yeah. Since antiquity, the kingdom of Doma has prospered from the gifts of the One River. The success of our agriculture and industry is intricately tied to our position here. Alas, in our struggle against the Garleans over the decades, much of what was built over centuries was lost. Fertile farmlands that once yielded produce for export were despoiled, and what little remained could barely feed our people. Our foreign rulers did not hesitate to impose their will on local industry as well. Not only were we forced to purchase goods from imperial concerns, regardless of quality or cost, but our merchants were also forced to sell their wares to Garleans at a loss, assuming they received compensation at all. While those dark days are behind us, many of our former trading partners are reluctant to engage us in trade agreements for fear of the Empire's wrath. And so, for the most part, we must continue to fend for ourselves and craft what tools and so forth we require. Or so we would, had we the facilities. So, we were just talking about there not being structure for 4 versions of Revenant's Toll in the modern Final Fantasy XIV. So, I see all these unfinished buildings around here. I'm guessing that there are like 4 or 5 versions of the Enclave that I'll progress through.
If we keep doing this quest.
Yeah, fair enough. Forgive me. It is not so dire as it may sound. Our problems may be many, but we are all wholly committed to the challenge before us. We are not unlike the Shazinso, a hardy herb that can thrive in even the most inhospitable of conditions. I took inspiration from its strength and stubbornness when deciding upon a name for our organization, in fact. No matter the struggle, no matter the cost, the Shazinkai will do everything in its power to overcome every hurdle and rebuild this home of ours. Please excuse my sudden fit of passion. It was most unbecoming. No, I thought it was great. Anyway, I have spoken of the general state of the Enclave. Let us discuss more specific concerns. Though, having said that, it would be simpler if you were to see things with your own eyes. Please, head to the work site north of the Aetherite and speak with Mitsuba. I shall join you shortly. Da-da-da, da-dum, dum. Well, well, you're Loreweaver, aren't you? In need of a hot meal?
Hey, Teddy.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, Teddy. How's it going, man?
Pretty good.
Actually, she is here at my behest. I thought it would be best if a potential patron saw our efforts firsthand. If you would be so kind as to explain to her what you do. She dishes out hot meals, like herself. Oh ho! Foisting the burden onto me, are we? Very well, if you insist. Allow me to properly introduce myself. I'm Mitsuba. Once upon a time, I owned and operated the largest tavern in the Enclave. I had a hand in everything, from balancing the ledgers to stirring the cookpots. Oh, that's why you have gray hair. Owing to my experience, I've been asked to oversee the work here in the 10,000 stalls. Ha! That was the exact same look I gave Kozakura when she showed me this place. 10,000 stalls? By the kami, there's not even 10. But mark me, there will be. When we're through, this place will have on offer every imaginable cuisine. Just thinking about it's enough to set my heart racing and my mouth watering. As I explained earlier, however, trade, or lack thereof, is a major problem at present. We simply aren't getting enough shipments of consumables from outside Yansha, and so our people are forced to eat the same simple fare, day after day. All this is making it sound like crafting quests, but... However, once our negotiations with foreign concerns bear fruit, we should be able to exchange whatever surplus we produce for a wider variety of ingredients, bringing us closer to realizing Mitsuba's vision. This may seem like a silly goal to strive for, but by improving the quality of life for our people in a clear, understandable manner, we can motivate them to work harder and tackle more difficult tasks. Doma will not be rebuilt in a fortnight, and we need every victory, however small. We've a bloody long road ahead of us, but we need only take it one step at a time. Whatever help you can contribute to the cause would be welcome. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us, Mitsuba. We should head back to the Shazenkai and continue our conversation there, so as not to get in the way of their work. There is not too much left to explain, but if you would indulge me a little longer, I would be grateful. Okay. I didn't accept this trade. I don't know why I've been given it. Again, platinum piece. Thank you. Thank you, Till Mules.
Pretty sure you have a bunch of those on your own, but okay.
There we go. Okay. I think I do.
Yeah, you should, because you get those from, like, doing retainer stuff.
Well, I had one platinum piece before that trade. 99, 100, 128 silver pieces. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you got plenty. Yeah. More does not need your money, guys. Come on.
I have 2 million gil.
Yeah, but you don't need gil. You need the silver pieces for this.
So there is
They're
a
about to
renewable
explain.
source of them then.
Just come over here and do the quest so they can
I'm on my way!
Stop taking free shit from your streamers.
The 10,000 stalls are but one example of what we hope to build here in the Enclave. Alas, it will take much time and effort. And it will also take tremendous resources. Resources that I pray you will be willing to contribute. Raw materials, foodstuffs, linens, medicines, all this and more would be of use. Anything and everything you can afford to part with would be welcome. Furthermore, as a token of our appreciation, we will provide a small gratuity relative to the value of the items you relinquish. You need only place these items in the donation basket to my left. I will calculate the gratuity and pay you immediately. Going Enclave reconstruction commenced! You may now use the donation basket. Okay. Unneeded items. Alright.
So basically, this is a junk vendor where you can sell your junk for slightly better than usual prices.
Eventually, it will be double the price.
Yeah.
Okay, so I should put things in a measure and level it up and then dump everything once it's at max level.
No.
No,
well,
you basically you're going to want to hit the weekly budget each week.
Okay. Should I just dump all my Allegan pieces in now?
Oh, check. Floor, look at the weekly budget. Actually, it's covered up by a tooltip right now, but
Press R2 to hide item details.
Ah, there we go. Weekly budget 20,000 gil.
So you want to sell 20,000 gil worth of stuff.
So
And you don't want to, and you do not want to overcap because you'll get nothing from it.
oh, Allegan platinum pieces sell for 10,000 gil. Okay.
So
yeah,
two
like-
of them.
Well, 2 of them would be overkill because you're forgetting to account for the gratuity.
True.
Oh, okay. Allegan silver pieces, 120%. So that's 6/5. I need 5/6 of 20,000.
This has become the math stream. I love it.
All right, 5/6 of 20,000 is 100,000 is 50,000 thirds, which is 16,666. Okay, so that would be. I'm going to sell 34 Allegan silver pieces.
This is almost as much math as multiple people playing Balatro in one stream.
Yeah. Ted,
Never mind, you can't command all occupied.
What's up?
Yeah, Teddy, you missed Die not being able to count to 10 earlier.
I mean, most mechanics only require you to count to 8 or so, so.
Look, if it's not red and blue pips above my head and strangely divided into threes, I'm just not good at it anymore.
On behalf of the Shazenkai lore, I thank you for your support. So, weekly budget, I come back to this once per real world week?
Yes.
Okay.
Resets Tuesdays.
Just
So
like the
we'll
gold
just do this.
saucer.
Yeah. So we'll just do this like at the beginning of the stream every week until we get through the quest.
Cool. The proceeds from your contributions have already been used to great effect in the 5 seconds since you gave them to us, but I would not have you take me at my word alone. I pray you pay a visit to Mitsuba of the 10,000 stalls. She should be glad to tell you of the progress they have made.
All right, back to the chef mommy that we were just talking to.
I have in the past given these people the most useless crap before, like ridiculously.
Yeah.
So, every week does the amount you've donated reset?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so gotta dump in
Oh, no,
20k all at once.
Oh no! It accumulates. It accumulates.
Oh, okay. So I can just dump in whatever as long as it's not over the weekly
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it'll stay until I hit that limit, and then the following week it'll refresh with a new weekly budget.
You will never lose progress.
You lost me. I don't know what you're trying to work.
Okay.
I don't know what you're trying to express anymore.
All right,
No
what I'm
matter
expressing is, if I, let's say it's a 20,000 weekly budget, and I donate 5,000, and then the weekly refresh happens, I'll still have 5,000 guild progress towards that weekly budget.
It's
No.
an invisible experience gauge.
I don't.
No, it's not the weekly budget that you keep the progress on.
No, because I never failed to hit the weekly max, so I don't even know the answer to that question.
But basically, the money that you put in, while the weekly budget is what they were willing to give you each week, but the money you put in.
We're both way overcomplicating this.
No.
No, I want to know the answer to this.
Let me finish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that again. The weekly budget that they will give you resets every week. But how it works is basically an invisible experience gauge that you are filling up by putting in money. And when that experience gauge levels up, you get to the next tier of the storyline here.
Okay. Does the experience gauge always match the current weekly budget?
No.
Okay. So I should just dump stuff in up to the limit every week.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like even if I don't match the weekly budget.
Well, you should do that anyway because it's free money.
Fair enough.
And like the rest of it is just I don't even know why you're trying to overcomplicate it. It's free money. Shut up.
Yeah. Just never overcap because then you're wasting money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, Lore. Kozakura tells me you've been quite generous of late. On behalf of all of us, I thank you. As you can see, we've got the frames up now, just the bones of what's to come, but perhaps it's easier than before to imagine how that stall over there will one day be a proper kitchen. Unfortunately, we've yet to address the poor supply issue. While it's true we've no shortage of rice and a few varieties of vegetables, some river fish as well, there's little else of note. The land here has always been well suited to rice cultivation, and you can't blame a farmer for taking advantage of that. But a man can't live off rice and nothing else. Hunting was more viable in the past, but these days you can't go more than halfway down the road to the next village without tripping over a shikigami or worse. Not much game to be found, at any rate, unless you're keen to try cooking koja, and I'm not. Which leaves fish and whatever livestock we can raise on our own, which is not nearly enough to meet our needs. That sound. Brother, can you stand? Speak to me. I have no strength to rise, brother. The void within my belly is all-consuming. Leave me. Only the Firewalker matters. The Buddhaga must thrive. Mine own vision grows dim, brothers. So distracted was I by the Lupon's lengthy lectures that I paid no heed to my growing hunger. I fear we are undone. Too far from the steppe have we come to return for rations, and I have yet to see a single sheep in this stronghold. We got some rice. That guy's just fucking dead. Face down, ass up. I say, you lot look as though you're in dire need of a meal. We've got rice balls to spare if you like. You would share with us your food. We would be eternally grateful. Oh my god, those outfits. Holy shit.
Well, the gloves and boots are not for the same set, but the chest and legs are from the Shisui of the Violet Tides. They're I like to point them out whenever it was like games need to have like guys in skimpy outfits as well. Like, well, here's a set. I have a set that looks different between men and women as it's skimpier on the guys.
it's that meme, the is it sexist chart.
Yes, we know what the meme.
Yeah. Delicious, delicious! I've emerged from dark into light, and my full belly now basks in the sun. In shape and color, it reminds me of booze, though it lacks any sort of filling. Booze, the Shayla delicacy, I presume. A steamed dumpling or some such. They're a fair bit different, aye, but you can use all sorts of things as filling for rice balls. Miso-flavored meat is one of my personal favorites, in fact. Unfortunately, we're having trouble securing a steady supply of meat at the moment. Unconscionable. Without meat, your bodies will not grow strong and robust. A Buddha who does not eat meat is no Buddha. The traders of the steppe are rich in that which you lack, and will gladly trade meat for your produce. In gratitude for your kindness, let us make introductions on your behalf. Well, far be it from me to refuse. Wait until the Shazenkai hears about this. The Buddhigas are like, Shazenkai? That's a slur in our language. Our tribe, the Buddhiga, will gladly give you all the meat that you desire.
I'm sorry, but the fact that the Buddhiga are the men-only tribe just makes that line really funny.
Now I'm just imagining that's a slur in our language. And as men, we love slurs.
If you will give us the one you call Hien. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Oh, the next option.
Sure, why not? Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, that gave me a headache. Oh, shit. I think that would be... I don't know if that would be out of character for lore.
If you say yes, like the three just get into like cheering animations. Like, why not? Why not? Be careful who hears you, Bryn. Yeah, Lady Yagiri and Hakura might not take kindly to your jest.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Be careful who hears you, Lore. Lady Yugiri and Hakuro might not take kindly to your jests. Construction of the 10,000 stalls is proceeding apace, and talks with the traders of Reunion may soon lead to a wider variety of foodstuffs. Oh, this is where you can just buy food then. Okay. As you continue to contribute to the Shazenkai and the reconstruction effort, in what other ways might the Doman Enclave grow and change? It blue balls me and the shop's not open until next week.
Find out next week on Doman Enclave Z.
Alright, before we proceed with the plot, it's been a couple hours. You guys want to take a quick break?
Sure.
Cool.
I'm indifferent.
Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Could you imagine a lore stream where he proceeds with the plot?
It happens sometimes.
I mean, they've all been doing plot, just in different amounts.
True, there are parts of the plot that lore has done that I haven't. Because relic weapon.
is.
Is Lore coming up on like any dungeons or boss battles or anything within this stream, do you think? Just trying to think about whether or not I should bother to log in. So what has Lore gotten up to today in this stream? What has Lore... Oh, there we go.
So we had him go to Stone Sea Sky and hammer home that he needs to be a bit better with his rotation. And then we met Asahi for the first time. And then when Asahi was waiting for us to have an important meeting with him, we completely blew him off and left him there all on his own in order to do a completely different side quest. Because
as he deserves.
Yeah, like fuck being polite.
All right. Back to the plot.
Ot, on my screen, Hakaro's behind you, just so you know.
Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes! Alright, let's see how this goes. No chairs, huh?
It's the Doman way.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
I don't think he's had the chance to appoint ambassadors yet, Asahi.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace.
You can often keep going with Shazinkai stuff by re-examining the donation box or do that till it tells you there's nothing else to do for the week. Okay.
Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Doma's sovereignty.
Yeah, lay that out on the table.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Doma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
Yeah, because they've got me on speed dial.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons.
It is very interesting that obviously it's not their primary goal. They're an imperial power. They're looking to conquer and expand, and that's their primary goal. But one of their high priority goals is to save the world from primals. Like, that is entirely, sincerely one of their stated goals that they genuinely pursue. And that's fascinating.
Yeah, it very much reminds me, hey, topical to another video game that just came out this week. It very much reminds me of 40K and how the God Emperor of Mankind's whole deal is just like his whole thing is like, we are going to wipe out religion, so we're going to wipe out the power of the Chaos Gods.
Yeah.
Like, that is his entire objective with his Grand Crusade and all that shit. And of course, it all goes to shit because it's 40K, and that's how that goes.
Yeah.
And then he becomes a religion. Whoops.
And then he becomes a religion, which is just sort of a nice, cruel irony, you know, to stab everything on its fate.
Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat.
Okay. So, the operative person in this room, for the sake of this point of discussion, is me.
On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgin's practice of it, his radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, Icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless
turn that around on him.
We cannot hope to be rid of Icons.
Turn that around on him.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate Icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Yeah, thanks.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history.
Okay, so this guy is slimy in presentation and affectation. Like, he's clearly slimy, but I'm wondering if he's telling the truth about his intent to reform the Empire's relationship with other nations and conquered provinces. Because, like, he's right. And he's agreeing to what we're saying about the Empire's methods causing more primals to be summoned. And I'm wondering if he means it.
My comrades and I would change all
Don't
that.
say it like that.
We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in Imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own
I'm
supremacy.
mostly concerned about how the bottom of his
Optimatus.
jacket is splayed upwards, giving us a direct look at his crotch.
So you could say that every icon the Optimates cause to be summoned is an Optimates primal?
Hey.
Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
Okay, so you've got the ear of the Emperor, but how much power does that actually give you over such things?
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so,
here we go.
In the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. A prisoner exchange.
Oh, here we go. He's going to ask for Yotsuyu.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting Viceroy.
Yotsuyu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
Yeah, but how safe would she be for very long?
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
That seems prudent.
You shall be our honored guests.
He spat the word honored.
Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
Oh yeah, it was her family that sold her into sex slavery. Ooh, that's a...
Wasn't it
You
implied
have our
that it was her
gratitude,
brother's
Lord
idea
Here.
as well?
We shall look forward to your
I don't
answer.
think so. I think you're skipping ahead a bit there, Dai.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking from the cutscenes we saw before. I may be thinking what St. Ferum's mentioned.
Yeah, his name first came up in the Echo flashback. Okay.
Oh, that's right. It happened.
The fact that there are two opposing factions at work in Garlemald complicates matters. Even assuming Asahi and his associates can be trusted, what of the others? That the Empire should send Yotsuyu's stepbrother of all people. No matter how he feels, a son of Doma, returning home to speak for the oppressors his countrymen drove out. Well, I don't think he's pretty fussed about it. Whatever Lord Hien's decision should be, I shall abide by it. Yet, I would be glad to welcome my lost brothers back to Doma. Alright, Hien. Did I ever fill you in on the details of that crystal seizure I had? Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all. But on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. You think this might all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps. Though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, nor even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Was it Xenos or his dad that put her in charge?
Xenos.
Okay. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alphino, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the Ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed. Though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. With so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in Imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on a chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. But here we continue. Shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. Oh, but you're not excusing me, huh? I guess I'm one of the adults in the room. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on. Oh, he's talking about Alice and me. Alphino wants to stay. Okay, fair enough. Let's get the hell out of here, Alice. Come on, Lore. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. Music to my ears. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. You've more than earned a rest, my friend. Leave the interminable bits to us. Worry not, Lore. We shall take care of the rest. Go on and keep Alice company.
And as somebody in chat mentioned while we were in that cutscene, we should keep talking to the donation box until it tells us to stop.
Okay. On behalf of the Shazenkai, Lore, I thank you for your support. You're welcome. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. A building materializes behind her.
Actually, the building materializes in front of her.
Oh, okay. I wasn't able to do that because I hadn't donated the last 14 gil.
Oh, wait,
I just gave her a kebab and it's sorted.
The 10,000 stalls have seen further development. Enclave growing chains.
I'm not kidding. I just handed her a kebab and now everything's finished.
And now we can actually go over there and look at the progress.
It pains me to do so. I must refuse any further contributions at this time. Tuesday at 4 a.m. Earth time.
Yep.
Interesting. So it resets 7 hours before the gold saucer does.
That's when the weekly reset is. That's when, like, there are a handful of things that reset, most of which you don't engage with yet.
The challenge log is something that resets.
Yeah, the challenge log resets at that time.
Oh, at 4
a.m.
time. Fair enough.
Raid loot. Sweet.
Yeah. Raid loot limitations. Most stuff that you don't actually engage with yet because it's endgame stuff.
Gotcha.
Like the raid loot, for example.
Looking in on us. Nothing to worry about, as you can see. If you're in the mood for miso soup, I am actually. Today's your lucky day. Today's blend has plenty of radish. I'm less in the mood for miso soup. A bit fancy, perhaps, but sometimes you've got to spoil yourself.
Tesco sells these sweets called strawberry pencils, and me and my best mate we looked through the ingredients and there is no strawberry in the ingredient list. What there is, however, is radish. So for the last 20 years we've been calling them radish sticks.
Yeah. I had some spicy miso soup the other day and was very disappointed because it wasn't spicy enough.
The miso soup at the hibachi place one town over is a little spicy, which was completely unexpected and a little disappointing because I really liked the kind in Bangor, which was not spicy at all.
Yeah.
All right, Alice, what are we doing? A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depth, Lore. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle. and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. You ain't kidding. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on? I'll be taking that piece. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum.
Yeah, we can.
Oh,
we can
it's Asahi in battle in this quest. Okay. Excuse me. All right, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring, in their own words. And it's not as if we'll be missed here. Or will we? Lore, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri. And Asahi, was it? You have some business with Lore? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration. One could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue, as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I would take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company, and safer besides. Afraid she'll slit your throat? The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? You know what? Sure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma.
If you say, I'm sure he'll be safe with you. It's Alistair says, "Come now, Bryn. There's naught else for us to do while Lord Hien reaches his decision. Were we not at this moment discussing on how best to learn more of the current state?"
Yeah. Vile icon, guy who would at worst cause problems by partying too hard.
Yeah, I was thinking, it's a little mean to call Susano vile. He was pretty chill.
I mean, we still had to kill him, but...
Yeah, but he was down for that.
Like, the one thing I agree with the Empire on is that primals cannot be suffered to live. Even the nice ones.
Yeah, I mean, like at the very least, he was just like, "Oh, okay, you go get ready. I'll wait here. See you in a bit. Come kill me later."
Yeah. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yansha. Might we start at the town of Monzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Except for you, Lore, you get to teleport. Excuse me. Yep, the quest marker is not here, so... Where are we headed? Yansha. Namai. Where are you guys going?
You can just use the Aetheryte and teleport to the exit.
Yeah, fair enough.
In fact, that would be infinitely faster than whatever you were about to do. Not infinitely, but actually it's about the same either way, but still.
I'm not feeling the chair. I'm going to swap mounts. To get the chair again.
No. I was so hoping you would get the Ellison.
That would have been pretty funny. Hang on.
Mm-hmm. What?
Why is there this little place you can land on? There must be a cutscene here or something later, because there's no lookout point here.
That's where, at the very least, one side of them, that is where we saw Alphina running to disable the gate.
The force field, yeah.
Fair enough. There's a lookout point over here? No, that's just shiny metal. Never mind. God damn it.
Literally distracted by the shiny.
Could you imagine if they put shiny minions in the game?
Just get a lookout point minion.
Flew right over it, Lord.
I'm here now. Would that something could be done about these mechanical soldiers?
An Aether Current minion?
I'll admit, I was hoping for a more leisurely trip around Yonsha, but if it's a choice between this or listening to my brother rambling on, well, here I am. There is a lookout point minion?
What?
Please tell me it's lookout point sized.
Or do you just mean there's a minion that you get from going to all the lookouts?
Oh, that might be it. Yep, Carlo Mount from A Realm Reborn. Take another bathroom break. Be right back.
Okay.
Nay, can this truly be Monson, home to the cream of Doma's samurai? I had heard that Yotsuyu intended to send some few of our automata here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Yeah, one that looks like a lookout point. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such methods of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Melina's got the mechanical gorilla and I got the regular gorilla. I don't believe for one moment that he came to see the sights of Yonsha. The question, what did he come for? To ingratiate himself with us, I think. Lord Hien would often come here to gaze at the castle. He was but one of many to take inspiration from its majesty. It is a travesty. A travesty! I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame.
You can thank your sister for that one.
It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis. The needs of the people must of course come first. I don't think she's going to take that as a compliment. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you will follow me, I will ready our boat. Alright, am I flying to Namai, or am I taking their boat? Taking their boat.
The cat knocked my mic. Can people hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Looks like they
Hello.
can. Good.
Oh, hey, combat encounter. Okay. This excursion has proved to be more relaxing than I expected. Do you not see him glowing? I'm the opposite of relaxed. It has been some time since I last visited Namai. Yet Issei often visits the Enclave with young Azumi, so we don't want for news from the village.
Ah, yes, this trip has been so relaxing, she says, while standing next to the combat solo duty.
Ready to cast off? His forgotten home. I will say, it is a little disappointing that Flare will no longer be in my rotation in a little bit. Once I get Despair.
You'll be using it in AoE mob pack.
Oh, true.
In fact, you'll be using it more. It gets to the point where you use 2 flares and then an attack unlocked by flare.
Oh.
Someone's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
What if Asahi hired these guys?
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Alright, let's see what we're dealing with. What? Nope.
Away with you!
It is nothing.
No, for fuck's sake.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, I didn't make it out. Oh, I did make it out. Okay.
Leave this to me.
Oh, shit. Oh, hey. You.
An opening.
Oh, that's a stack marker. Yeah, focus on me. That's fine. Will you guys get out of the ice?
The ice got dropped where you were standing when you had the marker above your head.
Oh my god. Target the enemy! God damn it! There we go.
Take my steel!
Duty complete.
Nice.
Duty complete.
Alright, now I can focus on this asshole. And got him. Duty complete.
Yay.
My bet is on them being in Asahi's employ.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you,
Those
sir.
are well-animated facial expressions.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
You're welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
Good question, Alice.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
Yeah, I bet they were still under Imperial employ.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal.
I just noticed his eyebrows.
You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without. But if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
Not about that. True reform can only come from within.
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
You've studied up on me, huh?
So
Yeah.
while I was sitting in that cutscene waiting for you, for Lore to finish up the trial, I was just like sitting in the cutscene waiting for Lore to catch up, which meant that I had to listen to my character do the little dancer dance, the little like, you know, tippy toe jog that you do in your default combat stance.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like sitting there listening to that for like a couple minutes.
That sounds maddening.
Yes.
Also, it didn't take me a couple minutes after you guys said you were done. It took me like 45 seconds.
Okay.
The Red Kojin's presence here does not bode well. We must inform Lord Hien. Quite the swordsman, isn't he? I wonder, did the Empire train him to kill before or after appointing him ambassador?
Love that.
Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. A fair point. Did you guys just... Okay, it's the fact that you're close to the quest target. Well, after that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? Well, what of Namai? You seemed so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. Yep, those were under his employ. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Namai would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. And with any luck, Lord Hien will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return.
Something interesting that I thought of is that, if you recall way back, I only saw them a couple times in like the post Realm Reborn and post Heaven's Ward patches, but there was an emissary among the Asians too, who also wore a white robe. Mm-hmm. So apparently that's just like a universal thing, even among Asians, which is an interesting bit of like world building.
Actually, all those soldiers are fine, especially Ratatan. The Warrior Blade has never killed sentient beings. Mm-hmm. What the hell is this music? Oh, I could have just teleported there, couldn't I?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it would just be the ferryman as the target. Oh well.
I did, but I didn't say anything because it's a short flight.
Did you see the sincerity in his eyes when he spoke with Azumi? I feel strange saying this, but what if he truly has come to sue for peace? I don't believe it. I trust you will inform Lord Hien of our encounter with the Red Koji. If we are to deter them from encroaching on Yansha, our response must be swift and decisive. I understand you served as the ambassador's escort. My thanks. Yeah, why weren't you there? Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Koji may well have overwhelmed us. Pray, go on ahead. Lord Hien is expecting you. I will remain without and keep watch over our guest. Well, we had best not keep him waiting. Judging by the sparkle in Alphino's eyes, the discussion was riveting. How sorry am I to have missed it? Master Alphino has shared with us his knowledge of the icons and reminded us of the threat they pose in so doing. It is strangely comforting to know the Empire shares our concern. Feeling refreshed, I trust. We have considered the ramifications of this proposal from every angle, and I believe Lord Hien has reached a decision. Let's find out what it is. Welcome back, my friend. Yugiri tells me you accompanied her and Asahi on a tour of Yansha. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions at Sakazuki. Wait, hang on. She said she was staying outside. How did she tell you? But I gather your time was well spent. Until the ambassador affords Yugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. So please, tell us how it all unfolded. Oh, right, Link Pearl probably. The Red Koji? Here? Have there been any other such incidents since the liberation? Not that I am aware of. If they are planning some new venture here in Yansha, we will need to increase patrols. In any event, I am indebted to you for fighting them off. But tell me, don't be modest, was Asahi truly the first to leap to the youngster's aid? Only because he was in front. He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but his desire to save them seemed quite genuine. It's possible he truly believes what he's saying. In the time I've known you, you have always been an excellent judge of character. What do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted.
Where's the I think he's full of shit option?
Then the question of what his true intention may be remains. Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game. For now, at least. Well, forswearing summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place, which just leaves the somewhat thornier question of how to police the Red Koji. It was with that very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susanoo was summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in the Kojin's treasure vault on the Isle of Zeki. Those said relics remain there to this day. It is all but certain that the act of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings impossible. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return rests on denying the Red Kojin the means to amass new stores of ether, either via the acquisition of crystals or the relics they are wont to collect. Are you going to take their cultural relics from them? For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends the Blue Koji. Since Doma's liberation, we have forged closer bonds with Bunshin and his people, and with their support, I am quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susanoo. And what of the prisoners? They will be exchanged as agreed. I will give full credit to Asahi for the success of the transaction. If there is aught we can do to help the Populares garner favor, I mean to see it done. But first, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? So, I notice you haven't mentioned Yotsuyu's situation. Yes, of course, but what manner of business? A past mistake which I would see put right. One which has weighed heavy on my mind. Suddenly, a trial. Oh, you brought them here. Okay.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company.
Oh, shit. Okay.
The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please. What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so? With both, I would say. For all have a conscience.
Later, Rod. Thanks for hanging out.
Must choose. But with no memory of who she is or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
You ask that I show mercy?
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest. Why Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Well, what are the chances that she actually remembers by then?
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough.
Actually, pretty likely now that I mentioned that. So, are we going to tell Asahi what happened to his sister, or...?
Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you? His sympathy for Yotsuyu, pardon.
Yeah, he's had some revelations in his life, and some shocks, and some time to question things, and it's really weighing on him.
I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
That would be nice. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm weird.
So now is as good a time as any to explain the Suyu thing, because it's like a Japanese wordplay thing.
Yeah.
If you look at the kanji for Yutsuyu, it means night dew or evening dew, and you take out the yo and you're just left with Suyu, which just means dew. So they're literally like taking the darkness out of her name.
Interesting. I wonder what the surname Asui means.
Asahi?
No, the My Hero Academia character, Suyu.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. I had no idea Yotsuyu's return weighed so heavily on Lord Hien's mind. I couldn't say if Tsuyu's predicament is the will of the Kami, but Gosetsu certainly seems convinced.
Sweet usually means ocean or sea.
It would seem Lord Hien has at last reached a decision. The uncertainty in his eyes has given way to resolve. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Science theme.
Yeah, that makes sense. All of the kanji in her name are moist and watery.
With Yotsuyu safely in Gosetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asahi's proposal. I realize other matters demand your attention, but I would ask that you stay a while longer to see this business through. The moist hero.
Moist Hero Academia.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think nothing of it. The time afforded me the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion through Yansha. You have reached a decision, then?
We are willing to cooperate with you in combating the Icon threat, and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life, not even her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
Dango? How dreadful.
Yeah, that was one of your big goals, wasn't it? Getting her back.
Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
No.
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
Oh boy, yep, she's about to die. Well, no, he wouldn't really be able to escape after having murdered her. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Calm yourself, Kosetsu. I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves that much. I am sorry to have kept you all waiting. Thank you for your understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it would be so joyless. A part of me hoped your stories of her condition were just that, but alas, it is as you say. Suyu, do you remember anything of this man? Anything at all? No. I am a stranger to her. That much was clear to me from a single look. Because she didn't hate me with her eyes. I leave her in your care. As you wish. Now, if you will excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. Of that I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained the relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties and sent here to Yansha. This will take time, of course. Of course, you may rest assured your soldiers will be well cared for until your return. We will also begin taking steps to better counter the threat of the Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one other matter. I am informed it was you who took the lead in rescuing 2 young Domans from a band of Kojin sellswords. I have not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there is no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. The blight of the Red Kojin is of the Empire's making. Were it not for our transgressions, those children would not have needed saving. Well, you got that right. The people of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do all in my power to spare them further pain, be it at the hands of the Kojin or indeed the Empire. I pray the Emperor will see things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Until we meet again. Okay, so... How... Okay. So how is this going to impact Eorzea's relationship with the Empire? Because Eorzea and Doma are allies. And if the Domans are at peace with the Empire, this could be an Imperial ploy to get ahead of the Domans reinforcing the Eorzean forces and keep that from happening. It could be a new political strategy that's genuine on the surface, but I don't trust this guy. Especially since I think he arranged that encounter with the Kojin sellswords. So, it could be that the Empire feels like they're on the back foot after losing both Alamigo and Doma. And they want to staunch the bleeding. It could be that they're trying to deny Eorzea and Alamigo allies by forging a peaceful relationship with Doma. Maybe Xenos just had outsized influence and his dad is like, you know what, we're done with that strategy. Could be. But I think I attribute nefarious intentions to this situation. Gosetsu, as before, I leave Yotsuyu to you. I'm sure the two of you are muted laughing at me. I invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asahi to a proper farewell. So, who is this guy? Who's just been present the whole time?
Hakuro, or the guy next to him?
The guy next to him. I can see the name Hakuro over the Lupin's head die.
Yeah, but like, were you wondering who Hakuro was? Like, rather than not just his name?
No.
I don't know. I don't know who this guy is. Probably just a random retainer.
Yeah, I suppose. If Yotsuyu is to remain in Doma for good, we cannot keep her confined to this manor. The people must be made to see that she is no longer the monster they remember. Yeah, good luck with that. Lord Heian has made a wise decision. Our superiors will be pleased. Nope, not you. If my dear sister's memory does not return, I pray you will take good care of her. I wondered if the sight of her stepbrother might bring Yotsuyu back to her senses, but mayhap nothing will. You know what? I kind of hope nothing does.
Yeah, it's kind of like, do you guys really want Yotsuyu to become the person she was before? I guess then you wouldn't feel bad executing her, but...
I was about to say, like, it would give them a good excuse to kill her. Like, clearly not killing Yotsuyu sits very poorly with Yukari and Hien.
Yeah.
Understandably so, but, like, if she has lost her memory, and for reasons I elaborated upon in previous streams, I do believe she has, like, Gosetsu is right. It wouldn't be right to execute her.
Yeah, we can't really partition the part of her brain that might have the memories and just execute those, sadly.
Yeah. And maybe I'm ethically bankrupt, but I feel like it would be cruel to remind her and let her become that person again.
Yeah. Like... Yeah.
I mean, there is the moral quandary of, like, keeping somebody from being who they are.
Yeah, that's something I was gonna bring up. Like, I personally think that her losing herself is horrible. It's a horrible thing to happen to her, but now that it's happened, I think she's better off.
Like if someone suddenly reminded me that I was a horrible person and a war criminal, I don't think I'd be very happy about that.
I think she was a deeply miserable person before she lost her memory, and she would become a deeply miserable person again, and also get executed.
Yeah, honestly, it actually reminds me of I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream with an Nimbox story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Who was hilariously written out of the removed from the German release of the game, and doing so made the final stage unplayable because it requires him.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nevertheless, we must continue to watch her until we can be certain that her condition is permanent. If only our previous encounters with the Empire had been this cordial. Here's to the future, I suppose. Without the threat of Imperial attack hanging over our heads, we may devote our energies to dealing with the Red Kojin, and then there will be nothing left to impede Doma's restoration. The Ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off. You know, I think I'm just not going to call it that.
Sounds like the Castrum's flummoxed you.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most
All the Castro
enjoyable
Prima
visit.
Vista.
I look forward to our next meeting.
No.
Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure? I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
I'm watching you, Asahi. Oh, music's fading out.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be a reckoning.
Really? Oh, okay. Now is a bad time for a crystal seizure.
Also a bad time for my toast to pop up.
You realize that I'm just going to tell Hien what you just said to me.
Yeah, what's he gonna do about it?
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught. For every Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
Oh, Xenos saving the day.
What in the...
Yep. So this guy was devoted to Xenos.
No, just one. Cut him down.
Oh, that's not going to go well for you, buddy. You're eating your mic, Di.
Sorry, I was walking back from the kitchen with toast.
Yeah, he's going to take that sword. The exact moment Zeus becomes a weeb.
Yeah, this is literally the moment he becomes a weeb.
Thank you,
See, I'm just imagining Asahi being like, Lord Xenos, you saved me, and Xenos being like, oh, you're here, I guess. Anyways, cool sword.
This one is promising.
Asahi's like, thank you, sir, and Xenos doesn't even respond.
Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne.
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Xenos is like, ooh, really?
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvas, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was Lord Xenos.
Oh, his gay little heart.
Do you think Asahi heard this one seems promising and thought Xenos was talking about him?
Yeah, that was the joke I was making.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
Man, you are not a good ambassador if you can't keep this in your pants until you've already left.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
Buddy, You are beneath my notice. You're just as beneath my notice as you were beneath Xenos' notice. I don't need to thwonk you. Just get out of here.
The big kids are playing Asahi. Go home.
My lord was destined to lead
After
us
this
into a
cutscene, Minda has something to tell you, and I have something to show you.
Your light is nothing to his radiance. I will cherish this moment, lock it away within my heart, until the day we meet again.
There's fan art of this moment where the artist Warrior of Light makes the same "you're beneath both of us" point.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that fan art. It's great.
Yeah.
So, you may have noticed there was a bit there where he got right up in the Warrior of Light's face, and you may be thinking to yourself, what does that look like if you were playing a Lalafell? I will answer you with this image.
Oh, boy.
Oh, and then, oh, but Law, I have something to add to it.
Oh, God.
I'm just scrolling down. There we go. I have been waiting. I've had this GIF waiting like 2 years for you. Here you go.
Yeah, it's almost as funny. It's almost as funny if you have a very tall race too, because like he tries to look intimidating and just fails utterly.
Yeah, he's head height at my tits, so that's kind of where he was leading.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But the Lalafell one is the best one by a country mile.
He has to lean over.
God, that's so good. Oh my God.
Yeah, I've been dying to show you that GIF.
I'm really... Sometimes I imagine the way Garlands must talk about Lalafell Warrior of Lights, and the main thing I can settle on, they say they have the strength of 1,000 men and half of one.
Oh, to be fair, given the Galleon's height, you'd be more like quarter of one.
I was gonna say that's Lalafell is at most a third. Oh God, that's so good.
But
that's so good.
It's my main character's Lalafell, and this is one of many scenes where that decision was vindicated.
I'm gonna post get that GIF into the Bunny Boy Adventures chat.
Yeah.
Oh God. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Why the frown? Did he say something to upset you? Yes. Am I really gonna pull a Siffrin and not tell these people?
I mean, not until you hit the, and not until you press the main story progression button.
Yeah, fair enough. Are you quite well? You looked as if you were about to faint in the ambassador's arms for a moment there. Don't say that, Alphino.
Oh, because of the echo bit, right? I forgot that happened in the storm of his stupid expression.
I thought perhaps we could now be at ease, but your expression suggests otherwise. What troubles you, Lore?
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Yes.
Of all the memories to witness.
Okay, given that we were having a crystal seizure, and most people don't even realize what there was, Do you think we basically just blanked out a massive speech from Asahi that he just has no idea we missed it?
Oh god, he was ranting and raving. We were just dead-eyed staring at him. Just not even responding. And it must have made him so mad.
I really do love the mind games that Asahi is like trying to play there. It's like, go on, do it. Do something, do anything about what I'm telling you right now.
And I just space out. He has no idea what was happening there.
Well, he does say immediately after your Echo Vision ends that your power vexes him, so maybe he has some inkling.
No, I think he was just talking about how powerful I am.
True.
I had
so I found that comic that Di mentioned, and it's great.
What?
I found the comic that Di mentioned about where the Warrior of Light is just like, yeah, Xenos and I had something special, motherfucker. And it is kind of glorious.
I'll check that out after the stream.
Yeah, that's an after the stream thing. It's some good black rum, is what it is.
My lord.
Calm yourself, Yugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game. After the way I risked their lives in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
Ian's right on that count. Like, we know this guy's full of shit, but we can play our hand knowing that and respond accordingly.
My lord.
I say we like I have any part in the decision.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home.
Yeah.
If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Are you eating something?
Toast.
Ah, right.
Besides, I think
I was
me, which is more than
I'm a little
some
drained
say.
today, so I was kind of nodding off. So I was like, I'm gonna have to grab something to eat to keep myself up.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's it's like, well, he likes me though, is just incredibly funny.
It makes no sense. Why would he bother keeping up the pretense for so long, only to drop it right before the very end? Yeah, seriously, that's what I was asking. Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Doma's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. If he truly is a disciple of Xenos, his possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. We shall proceed as planned. The Red Kojin must be placed under surveillance, and the Garlean prisoners made ready for the exchange. But you need not concern yourself with the details. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of the exchange draws near, we will call for you. I should certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play our part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in a lasting peace. I had thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, perhaps it would be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsuyu's amnesia and Asahi's dubious agenda, I'd say we have ample reason to remain in the neighborhood. If anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. I just noticed the shape of Alice's boots. That's so silly. I love it.
Yeah.
Also, does she have, like, a bandana wrapped around her leg, attached to nothing?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting fashion choices. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path through this sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I am not so proud as to attempt the feat alone.
You can blame Tataru, she made it.
Fair enough. To Kagane, then. Tataru and the others must know of what transpired here. Soon we shall see if Asahi is true to his word. If not, I will be glad to cut out that silver tongue of his. If what you saw of the ambassador is an indication of his true nature, this prisoner exchange may not be what it seems. In fact, I'm beginning to wonder if your encounter with the Red Kojin was more than mere happenstance. Finally! You've caught up! To Kagane!
You know, when you have twin children, the temptation to dress them identically with a small difference must be horribly tempting.
Understandable.
Since we have naught else to attend to for the moment, perhaps this would be a good opportunity to look into the present state of Garlemald. Though I should probably speak to Tataru first. Yeah, you probably should, buddy. I don't envy Lord Ian. So much rests on his decision. Welcome back, Lore. We heard the good news about Gosetsu. I knew you'd find him. Eating your mic, man.
No, it wasn't me that time.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, actually.
Weird.
I did hear breathing, but I had my mic off.
It seems you're all in quite the predicament. Well, should we receive any urgent missives from Doma, rest assured you will be the first to know of it. Yes, of course. We're pursuing a number of ventures to replenish our coffers. A number of ventures, huh? You're not going to tell Alphino about the windfall we received? But I suppose that all can wait if any urgent news should come through the office. I guess that hasn't happened yet, because that concludes in 4.5.
Like that started this. Yeah, that ends like 4 patches from now. So.
Yeah. About that, I wish to apologize to Taru. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, that I mean to reimburse the Scions, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. Tataru's like, you better. That's very thoughtful of you, but I'm sure it won't come to that. Ooh, you're very forgiving, Tataru. If Soroban's business proposition is as promising as it sounds, Lore should have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger.
Yeah, it's a shame that there isn't dialogue, acknowledging if you finish that, though, because, nowadays it is, in fact, very easy to just do those all in one go before getting to this point.
I love her evil smile here. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's
vicious.
Great.
Yes.
That is malevolence on her face.
The Lala face.
Lalafell, emphasis on fell.
Forgive me, Lore. It would seem I have unwittingly heaped my financial troubles upon you. I swear I will pay you back. Though I fear I will struggle to cobble together anything of monetary value, knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Mayhap Riol and his associates have heard something on the subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move, which might yield you an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asahi's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say what he hopes to gain from it. But if there is even the faintest chance that a lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire, What choice have we but to try? Lord Hien had the right of it. Asahi may very well be a monster, but we must play his game. For now. I don't think he's notable enough to qualify as a monster, Alphino. Also, like, he has a grudge against me? And, like, I don't think that qualifies as monster either. Like, I killed his idol. Well, no, his idol killed himself, but I might as well have killed his idol. And that's very grudge-forming. So, I think he's focused on me, guys.
He's not evil, he's just gay.
Fending is Dark Knight gear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excuse me. I hate his little eyebrows. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord will be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan. Uh-oh.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
Uh-oh.
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
It's so pretty.
Oh, what is this thing?
Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
Is this who I think it is? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Do I have to kill this motherfucker again?
And that was the end of 5.2, I believe.
4.2.
4.2.
Huh.
Right.
Well, I did get an achievement for it, so I presume that was the end of 4.2. I guess the Warrior of Light really has never killed anyone.
Yeah, this one time, yeah.
I'll rectify that soon enough.
And like, we have had that thought, because, like, the fact that we killed Xenos has come up a few times now, and everybody except you has been laughing about it.
Oh, boy. Okay, well. How'd they reattach his head? I saw that bandage around his throat.
Yeah. The new title we got is The New Sun. So, like, Loreweaver, The New Sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the VV title.
Yeah, that's fair.
Huh.
Yeah?
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think about this for a second. How did they get his body?
Oh, also, before you jump into that, we got Cyan's theme from FF6 in that quest as well.
Oh, yeah.
Or Cayenne.
Cayenne, right. I pronounce it the way it's spelled, and not the way it's pronounced.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, it's spelled like the cayenne pepper is.
Okay, well, there you go, then.
Hence where they got the name Cayenne for this.
Right. Anyway, so yes, things to think about.
How the hell... Okay, remind me.
Okay.
Xeno slit his own throat.
Yes.
And then what did we do with his body?
Never specified. But it was in Alamegan custody, last you heard of it.
I believe they mentioned it was buried.
Yeah, like Robin might have mentioned that it was buried. But that was not something you personally attended to, because why would you?
And here's something I'm comfortable saying. He was thoroughly dead when they put him in the ground.
He was very dead, yes.
Yeah. Like, he was an ex...
You see, he slit his own throat.
Yes, he was an ex-Garlean.
The Warrior of Light has never killed anyone. Fortunately, Xenos killed himself, so he was very dead.
So
he was pining for the fjords.
How the hell did he get?
Oh, that's right. Thurm does point out something that was mentioned. I forgot about. It was specifically mentioned at one point that Xenos and other high-ranking Garlean graves were being defaced by Alamegans.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, given the circumstances.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. There's plenty of grave pissing to go around. That's a puzzle. That's interesting.
Interesting that one of the first amenities created after Alamigo regained its liberation was some gender-neutral bathrooms.
Could it be a clone? No, because he's got a bandage around his neck. Like, that clearly says to me that they put him back together.
Yeah, and it's only one line, but to me he sounds more hoarse in that cutscene too, because
I noticed that.
Talking through a slashed throat.
That is definitely the Xenos body that slit his own throat in front of me. Okay, so how the hell did that body get from Alamigo to Garlemald? Was nobody watching his grave? I guess they...
There was something in the stinger for 4.1, I think you're forgetting.
Yes, you are correct.
That one's a little deceptive, though. Like, he's not going to get anywhere remembering that one. Don't worry about that one.
Okay, yeah, let's leave that out of my memory then.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. I'm intrigued to see where this goes.
I'm going to type something in spoiler chat so that they at least know what I'm on about.
Hmm.
Continue. Continue saying hmm.
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 Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, that's something to ponder. Yeah, that's something to ponder. Okay. I think that's a good place to stop, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, like the end of 4.2 is a good place to stop.
So yeah, next time we should. Also, this week we should do some Eureka grinding again because we forgot to do that this week.
Okay.
Sure.
And then next week we should do a relic update because I want those relic weapons. I at least want the Heaven's Ward weapon because the Heaven's Ward weapon is kick-ass.
I'll actually be relatively busy during the next week. I've got
No, will you?
Yeah, I'm going to be doing some cleaning on Monday because I will be.
Okay, we can do some scheduling off stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's where we're going to end for today. So I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/LoreweaverStreams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the !Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills for now, but I'm really just scraping by beyond that. And I need to save up to move by the end of next August. So if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, I'd be grateful. I'm grateful to everybody who pledges because you're the reason I have this strange, silly job that I love so much. If it weren't for you guys, I would still be doing something horrible and soul-sucking, so thank you. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, at Loreweaver on YouTube. The link can also be found with the !YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams there. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is there. There's a wide variety of things I've played. Everything from the last 8 years is up there. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Leave a comment, subscribe, help me in the algorithm. And I love hearing feedback, so yeah, leave a comment. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat while I play. It's a good time. I love talking to people while I stream. I hope to see you here. Finally, the schedule. Tomorrow I'll be playing Star Control 2 for a patron. Monday I'll be finishing Wolfenstein: The New Order for a patron. Tuesday, I'll be playing Ogre Battle 64 for a patron. Wednesday will be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky 2nd Chapter for a patron. Thursday, I don't have anything scheduled, we'll see. Friday will be Techno Babylon for a patron. And next Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye. Teddy. Teddy.
Oh well.